there was this guy with the cowboy hat, yes,
really going for it, Norwegian.
and they brought us to the back of the stage where they gave it a little push and said, now, showtime. And we were like, huh? And it was the festival full of people, everything was there, the Hammond, everything was there, the microphone were on.
Wow.
I say, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Check.
And I was like, hi, we are the Cinelli Brothers. And I started the first song.
It's the Blues Rock Show with Pete Francis.
Welcome to the Blues Rock Show. We're coming at you from Omaha, Nebraska. Today we got a couple of special guests making their way from London, originally from Italy. We've got Marco and Alessandro Cinelli, the Cinelli Brothers. How you doing, guys?
Very well, thank you for having us.
Yeah, it's a great pleasure to be here, Pete. Thanks.
Yeah, so you guys have been building a lot of momentum in the last couple of years. 2024 UK Blues Awards, Best Blues Band. In 2023, you went to the International Blues Challenge in Memphis. You got second place. Tell me about that experience coming to the United States and playing in Memphis, because that was the first time that you guys had been to the US.
Correct. Well, there is a thing in the UK called the UK Blues Challenge. It's sort of competition where the winner gets to represent the UK in the International Blues Challenge and the European Blues Challenge. That's we won that year in 2023, and righteously we were to go to Memphis, and also a European Blues Challenge. But Memphis in particular for the International Blues Challenge was a great experience. It was the first time, like you said, for us to go all together as a band and play in the United States. So when we got there, we were like, who the F are these four quirky mofos? Because also we were dressing very bad.
Uniquely? Unique?
Yeah, we had this. I mean, I thought it was super cool. So we had this tailor doing trousers for us from the curtains. So the grandma's curtains at home with all these patterns like flowers and this improbable colors for trousers.
Yeah.
So we were completely dressed in that, and we were walking down the streets as one,
right.
strutting on the side of the street. And people would say, "What?"
You looked very normal.
Yeah.
No, we were just like, okay, it's an occasion to dress nice. I don't want to go with blue jeans on the International Blues Challenge.
Right.
So they were like, who are these people? And we were lucky enough to make it to the final. So at the end of the competition, everybody knew what we were. Sometimes we got still people, you are the guys that wear the curtains, thing. We still cannot get rid of that.
Yeah.
What was your favorite part about that experience in Memphis?
I mean, there was a lot going on, and already the fact to actually be in Memphis and to perform there was a great achievement in a way, We loved Beale Street. We didn't have much time to see a lot of it, but we did see a couple of museums actually and things, but already, being on Beale Street and meeting all these incredible bands, and not only that, but a lot of the judges and people involved in the organization that were like big blues stars,
right,
big music stars, and it was like, oh, great, you
had a chance to meet a lot of people.
Yeah, absolutely, and to hang out with them at the bar after the performances or before, it was just unique. You feel this great electricity in the air, it's wonderful.
How did you guys originally get involved in music?
Well, it's our dad's fault.
Okay.
We never thought we had we don't have a musical family, sorry.
As far as playing goes?
No, my mom doesn't play. Our mom doesn't play. Our dad plays. He's now a professional musician, but he never started as a musician,
Okay.
Was just a true music lover. And he was a passionate listener, he always been. He would really introduce us to many artists. He has a vinyl collection. So when we were young, he used to spin records to us, and we were captivated by this. I don't want to take it too far, but that's exactly what happened. because I remember me first, probably because I was I'm the eldest of the two. I remember how impactful it was for me the first time my dad brought home the compact disc, the first CD, and I remember it was Dire Straits, and then we had the Queen, greatest hits of Queen, and I remember because I was fascinated by the lights of the back of the CD, and he had an amazing speaker. So we grew up with this passion for the music until something happened. I think the thing that moved everything was when my aunt gave me a guitar as a present when I was 11, and for my first communion, we are like raised Catholics in Italy, we all do the sacraments one by one, and when I was 11 it was the first communion, and my aunt gave me a guitar as a present. And I say, wow, well, thank you, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
And she said, promise me that you will have lessons. And by then, I swear, my life, there was no intention to be into the music, like no attraction whatsoever. So I went to the first lesson, the guitar lesson. My dad brought me. It was the teacher that was in the same building where he used to rehearse. My dad used to always be an amateur musician, And something clicked as soon as I saw the teacher, this guy called Claudio, bending the strings on the Stratocaster Fender. He said, like, this is where we play guitar. I was shocked. I was shocked. For me, it was like traumatized.
Mind-blowing.
More than that, I was like, I remember that I wasn't walking, I was hovering like this after the lesson. My father could see that. He said, how did it go, And I remember saying to him, I want to become a musician. Like, when everything clicks in the mind of a teenager. I wasn't even a teenager, I was like 11. It's like, everything is clear now to me. I need to become a guitar player. And from that moment on, I only had one obsession, was music. And he saw this thing coming in a home that me and my father were more and more into music, got into drums.
Hey, what's that? I wanna try a bit of that.
Yeah. But he tried drums rather than guitar.
Yeah, it's funny because it was me and Dad went to pick him up one day in this guitar lesson in the same academy, and the lesson was delayed and we had to wait, and the drum booth next door was open and nobody was there, but the drum was set it up. So I sat down and I started to make a hell of a noise, randomly, of course. I didn't know anything, but the drum teacher came back and he said, hey, this is good, do you want to give it a try? And then, same academy, I started to learn a little bit with this guy. So that's the connection, I guess.
Sorry, was that the question you asked?
Yeah, so then,
because
once you guys started playing, so guitar,
and drums,
were you pretty set right away? Hey, we need to start a band together.
Yeah. I mean, I had a band, a teenager band. He had these bands, but we weren't playing together. He couldn't play with me. I was 4 years. I was 4 years old.
You're a little too advanced for him.
Yes.
No, in everything you say, dude.
Chill.
We can jam sometimes.
Maybe. I don't.
We can jam sometimes. I was like, listen to this first.
You can learn from me if you're lucky.
Just watch.
If you like it. If I feel like it,
yeah.
I'll give you some knowledge, some piece of knowledge. And it was like this until I think I came back from the Emirates. I had a gig in the Emirates when I was 19.
Yeah.
And he was pretty solid back then. But then I decided to leave Italy myself. So the thing of starting the band together was when I was already living abroad.
Me too, yeah.
No, you were still in Italy.
Oh, okay.
You were still in Italy when I thought we can have a band and play together. Now you may.
Yeah.
When I said to him, you may play with me,
Yeah.
It's a bit unfair.
Yeah, it was great. It was just after high school, I think, for me.
Yeah, I was 23.
Yeah.
23.
Yeah.
So pretty later.
Marco, how would you describe Alessandro as a musician?
He's
Be gentle, please.
I don't know.
I knew it. Oh no.
He's very attentive. He's very sensitive. It's hard to find sensitive musicians, I think that it can be, because I know where he's coming from, but I also know a lot of other drummers I've played with, and he listens very well, and he's always humble. So this makes him, in my opinion, accessible to this way unlocks many other potential, powers, it's like a role game,
Yeah.
And he basically is humble and devoted to music, and he's got a great sense of rhythm. Most of all, he knows what is good to be picked, and he goes for that. I appreciate the way he the choices he makes along the way in the music. I think they are something that I feel proud of. It's dynamic also. It's very dynamic when we play together. I think that, okay, can I say something? The drums is an instrument that always love the drums, but he has an instrument that it can be considered something. If it's too much into the thing, it's too much present, a shift from what the attention is, And the way my brother plays, always the approach is very complementary to the whole thing, And when is the moment for him to shine, he knows where to shine. It's never too much, never too little. Is great. He's the best drummer in the world.
He knows how to pick his spots.
Yeah, yes.
I give you the $50 later. Thank you.
Alessandro,
Thank you, bro.
how would you describe Marco as a musician?
Where to start? I think the greatest thing that my brother has, or the greatest influence he had on me, it was the fact that it was encouraging a lot, like showing me things that will resonate with me. So as a musician, I adore his taste in what he does. He's a very tasteful performer to me. Not only that, I always admire his capability to songwrite. He's a great composer. I love the fact that, as he said, he really has a deep connection with the drums. So sometimes it's quite remarkable for me to try to approach one of his songs and then get all these ideas from him on my instrument, because I would approach normally things as a drummer, I would play certain things, but very often he has this vision of the drums that is kind of opens doors to a different type of performance or call and answer thing. So it really gave me a lot of tools to develop a specific way of playing, and it's not give it for granted, I'm the guitar player, you play behind me, and that's it. And he's a leader that knows when to leave space, when to give you room for things. And as I said, I love his composing, his singing. You grew up to be a great organ player, in my opinion. I just feel like our sense of timing, it got linked together very much in time, so sometimes I feel like I can almost read his mind. When he's playing something, I can really go there. And your sensibility, I adore that as well. You are to me, you're a great guitar player, no doubts, but you're not the kind of guy that shows off. You know what I mean? It's just like you're on stage, your presence, and you hear those notes and you're like, okay, this is great. But without stepping in the thing, I'm a guitar,
serving the song.
Yeah, always serving the song and the music. But, a little bit putting, the nice thing over there, and, So I love to play with him. And I can really tell the difference when I play with him or without him, because in the past I used to perform with other people too, but that connection there, has never been the same for me.
How would you describe Marco's personality off stage?
Yeah. Marco is brilliant on so many things, on a lot of things. You're a brilliant humankind. I believe he's very kind, honest, open, sincere. There's a lot of qualities within my brother. Not he's a bit chaotic sometimes, You can be a bit chaotic with things, but it just I don't know. I admire you very much. You know, you're my older brother, of course, and I respect you very much. And the greatest thing it did for me, I think, is when the time came, it stopped being the older brother. You know, the elder brother. You say, okay, this is me, this is you. We're on the same level now. We are brothers. We are like, I respect you as much I respect myself. You know, that's it. You're not the youngest anymore. We are equals, and that's a great thing. I don't think a lot of people does that. You know.
Yeah.
So.
Marco, how would you describe Alessandro's personality away from the stage?
He is kind, hard worker. He's the guy you can have secrets with, you know. He is very well organized and has a sense of duty that is beyond common, like hard worker really, and goes to the core of everything, and also funny.
On a good day.
Yeah.
Funny and handsome.
Yeah, thank you.
So-
Thank you.
Runs in the family.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Luke was talking.
Alessandro, you were kind of talking about how on stage, you know, having that brotherly connection, you guys can kind of see where each other are going before it happens.
Yeah. When when the stage is good, you know, you got some venues that really sound great, and you feel the connection and electricity in the room. And there are moments where I swear I almost feel like I know where he's going. Let me go there, you know, like let me open the road for him to go there, you know. And that's something that is hard to find with other people. Of course, the more you play with somebody, the more you develop that. But I truly believe that the fact that we are blood related, you know, helps big time. And we grow up together, you know, like we used to play together when we were kids. You know, like we shared a lot of experiences and we have similar tastes for a lot of things. So, yes.
Marco, you had mentioned some of the vinyl that you were listening to. Let's talk about influences as far as kind of blues rock, a lot of the type of music that you guys play. Who would be some of the bigger influences for you guys?
like a top 3,
Yeah, sure.
top 5.
Yeah.
Well, definitely the Beatles, Jimi Hendrix, B.B. King, Muddy Waters, Marvin Gaye. Just the first 5 that came to my mind. My personal heroes are like, my absolute must is Sly Stone, from Sly and the Family Stone. Always been the one that the guy really got me into many things that we do today with the Cinelli Brothers. But I feel like for the band, that's what really are the influences, you know. There's so many. There's so many. We
So hard,
devoured
yeah.
the music coming from the US, even in England. When we were in Italy, we were obsessed. There was an obsession, you know. It's not just like, oh, I like this thing now. It was like learning everything inside out, facts, lyrics.
The name of the musicians.
The name of the musician, the name of the producer, the sound. And then later on, in a later stage, I became obsessed with the sound. So, like the quality of the miking, it's everything that it came that way before the digitalization of the music, when it was still on supports.
Mm-hmm.
We ate everything that was coming our way, from jazz to hard rock, electro music, dance, trap, everything that was coming our way. We ate everything. And then I told you what are my absolute must, you know. There are so many. If you say male singer, female singer, I can tell you, you know.
Right.
What instrument? Yeah.
Yeah.
What about specifically when it comes to the guitar?
Okay. I think there were 2 main men for a long time in my life.
Can I guess before you answer?
Sure.
Let me see. I would say B.B. King is there, but you tell me if I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
Oh, damn. Jeff Beck?
both wrong. No, but
I'm outta here.
there were two main men for a long time. One was Stevie Ray Vaughan, and then the other one was Robin Ford.
Okay.
You know, they're very different. But when I was young, there was the two main men. Then I discovered Jimi Hendrix, and by that also Jeff Beck. And I think the passion for them overthrew everything else. I would say this four. And then, well, I like jazz too. But there are not many guitar players in the jazz, you know. I would say I had a moment with George Benson, you know, and Wes Montgomery as a reflection of it. And then Jimmy Vaughan, you know, when I was more agile and had more like consolidated tastes in music, I thought Jimmy Vaughan was everything. And then at phases, I like Freddie King, Albert King, B.B. King. You know, I go in phases. Like sometimes this is the best for me, sometimes this is the best for me. You know, I think Freddie King now is the best for me. It's just a phase. Tomorrow will be Albert King.
What is it about Freddie King that you love so much?
I don't know. The fact that he has now the tone on his guitar, you know, with 335, that he just destroyed with this silver nails, you know, you can hear it, and it's like a hurricane in an amp, basically. Yeah, and you can know it's him, you know. It's on the other room playing, you hear a tone, you say, this is Freddie King, 100%, you know. I never had the pleasure to meet him or see him live, but in any record, as soon as I hit the note, this is Freddie King, I say, wow, you know. As well as the others, don't get me wrong, it's just everybody has his own thing, you know.
Marco, you also mentioned Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Yeah.
Tell me what you love about Stevie's playing.
What's not to love about Stevie Ray Vaughan? Honestly, just is perfect. The thing that I love the most about Stevie Ray Vaughan is the control he has on the guitar. You're a guitar player.
Yeah.
So I can talk guitar language, you know. The way he domesticate, because his guitar has like heavy gauge, you know, and the strat, before you need to hit the strat to have that sound. So he was going full on the guitar, but he has an incredible control when dynamic, you know, when he plays Lenny and dynamic, like it's just wow. He's one of those people where the guitar is the extension of his arms, you know, or his soul, if you want to be more poetic, you know. Dana Gillespie would say is the extension of his dick, but I didn't say that.
Yeah. Quoting.
Yes.
Dana. Hi, Dana. Hope you're good. But yeah.
You see?
So you guys obviously play blues, but you're not just a blues band. I mean, you guys mesh a lot of different styles. But why, I guess, how did you get to blues? I mean, because I think a lot of up-and-coming bands, younger bands today, there's not as many getting into blues. So, I mean, how did you end up in blues?
I mean, for me, it was a lot of things. Of course, I was inspired by Marco. Being a guitar player, discovered a lot of things, and he started to dig deeper backwards, you know, like from Robin Ford to influences before him, and back till Muddy Waters came out, you know. So that was the thing. But as a drummer, to me, the thing that I love the most about the blues is the groove. You know, as a drummer, you know, the fact that you can dance and feel it, you know, I always appreciated that. And the sound of the drums, I truly believe that although it's music, you know, especially electric blues in particular I'm talking about now, but even if it's talking about like late 50s in Chicago and then 60s, but the sound of the drums is what inspired pop music. So sometimes I go back to certain records and the snare, you know, you can use it today in any pop record and it will sound great. Like, you know, Big Eye Smith with Muddy Waters, that sound is just like right. It's so good. So to me, that was the thing, the song, the fact that, you know, it's that, you know, perception of the tempo, wobbling, you know, the shuffle. I mean, what an incredible thing the shuffle is, you know. I adore it.
Yeah, obviously, giving it a go as a musician today is very difficult. It's very difficult to carve out a career. What would you say for you guys is the most effective in doing so? Is it social media? Is it streaming? Is it touring? What's most effective for you guys? In
For our
building an
career.
audience, yeah.
All of them. You know, we've created a fan base solely on live gigs for a long time. You know, we live in a society now, like in a moment where you can build a fan base without even doing one single show. You know, and the thing is, for us, the business side came much later. All we wanted to do was playing live. You know, we didn't care if there is a way to build. We didn't care about the business side. You see what I mean? Is there a way to attract new fans? What should we do? What should we say? We always wanted to just perform. Was our dream. Once we started to fulfill this dream, performing, you know, in bars everywhere in the world, we started to develop a way that was more suitable for us. But unlike many other modern bands, we created our fan base solely on shows, and that's how we got better at what we do, just playing live every night, analyzing, hating ourselves first, you know, for what we didn't do right, always trying to get better at it. And also the fan base is getting larger and larger, you know. And now we are thinking of doing something else to have a growth of our career, because there are so many ways, like you say, you know, writing songs and streaming them, you know, continuing playing live, but doing something else that will be more suitable for the business, such as take contacts of the fans, you know, have them give them a present, you know, stuff like that. And also Instagram and TikTok, you know.
Yeah, realities. I mean, you cannot really leave them behind nowadays.
Yeah.
Are you guys into social media? Do you
Massively.
enjoy that aspect of it, or
We enjoy
do
it
you
just
feel
because
like
it's a part.
mandatory?
It is mandatory. We are not very like social media users. We have moments where we really don't want to interact anymore with this. And for example, I never put my truly private life in social. I just have me in the band, and what I think it will drag following, I publish, but I don't use my own life as a, you know, soap
You're not
opera.
posting your lunch on social media.
Only if it's one time that gives the impression that, you know, is everyday life and people wants to gossip. I can do that, you know, but I don't really die for like waking up in the morning and just say, hey, I woke up like this, you know.
Marco went for a walk
We like
today.
the process of the social media. I think we are pretty good at it. It's just something has to be done. We also got better at it.
Yep.
We're always looking around what's going on, you know, liking things. You know?
Yeah. There's so many crazy things going on now with social media and technology and AI right now.
Yeah.
And now you're seeing AI bands
Yeah.
created and getting thousands of streams
It's crazy.
online. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't have many thoughts on that. I don't know what about you, but I can say that there is something odd about it. Some people have probably the vision to look forward, like to fast forward and know what is a good use of all that. But I don't have it at the moment. I don't have a vision, and honestly, if I don't have a vision about AI or what's the good use, I don't want to push myself into it, because I think my life, the way it is right now, is pretty much complete without the help of the AI in composing, in, you know, I don't know. Let's see in 10 years what's going to be like, you know.
Yeah.
It could be that it's incredible that we can coexist with the AI, there will be AI bands. I'm okay for everything. Or we'll be all exterminated by Skynet.
Yeah.
You know? I
No
don't
bands anymore, just
Yeah.
AI. It's a bit scary. Sometimes I feel like it's a bit scary, I must be honest. But just because I don't know it at all, maybe just, you know, this whole thing. Somebody that works with AI would say differently, perhaps, but I don't know much about it.
Well, I mean, now too, you've got impersonators online, and you've got like the bots imitating bands and artists. I mean, it is getting really scary.
Yeah, but also the other day, JJ, our band members, we were driving to a gig, and he showed me a video that was made with AI, but it looks surreal, like really, like, okay, it would have fooled me. So that's the scary bit, not knowing anymore what is actually real or not,
Yeah.
in a way. To me, at least.
You mean
personally.
human, maybe?
Human, yeah. The fact that perhaps you lose that human factor, like even in music, some of my biggest influence were like not AI precise, but they had this incredible personality applied to what they played and made them so good to me. And I wonder if it would be the same or not. Imagine like a young kid growing up listening to an AI band, perfect in the shape, but maybe without this human factor that was so inspiring to me, like that's the thing that scares me the most, I guess, not knowing what's behind, of course.
Yeah, definitely interesting times that we are going into.
Totally.
Yeah.
Guys, I know you guys are on the road a lot. You're touring a lot. You've played a lot of gigs over the years, a lot of different countries. Do you have any memorable road stories you'd want to share, or anything kind of crazy that's happened to you on the road?
Yeah, we have a couple.
Yeah.
Let's hear it, Marco.
I remember always cherish the moment. I don't know the Norwegian gig.
Oh yeah, that's got to be on the
Skarnevik.
top. Yeah.
The first festival. I don't know if I pronounce it correct. Skarnevik, maybe. So they said, don't follow Google Maps. As soon as you land, follow my route. It was on the advanced sheet.
Yeah.
Okay.
And but we said with Google Maps we were shorter one way. You know how Norway is, the layout of the geography of Norway. It's all cliffs. So you know
Small
how it is,
islands,
yeah, small
like,
islands. It's just not straightforward road.
Yeah.
So the thing is that Google is unpredictable in Norway because you need to take a ferry every 20 minutes of
Yes.
highway. So we were like terribly late.
The flight was delayed.
The
as
flight
well.
was delayed,
Yeah.
and we I don't know, moved by impulse. I think Google always right on people advice.
I mean, I was driving like.
And then at the third ferry that we lost, I said I give up. I called the organizer. Hey man, we're not gonna make it. What do you mean we're gonna make it? We didn't follow Google. We just if we follow Google, we didn't follow you. So the guy say, okay, wait there, and he hang. I send him the location, and he say what was gonna do, because the next there was no way to get on the other side of the sea to get to the island. And there was a cliff that was 4 meters high, okay? There was no dock, nothing. And then we saw coming from afar a speedboat. You know the speedboat for like fishermen?
Yeah.
Like this, the one, that probably can hold 4 people max.
Tops, yeah.
And it's they came like this.
Very
coming,
fast, like.
We saw that the boat coming, and we were like, nah, it can't be real. You get, and then they came right below the cliff, and they say, throw the guitar. It was 4 meters high, and we say, no, there, yeah, throw the guitar, you're late. And we threw the guitar, and that's now. Jump. We jump into the boat, and they gave us a couple of beers. Lauke, hold fast. And then I don't know, it was like super fast. We made it.
Also, I got seasick, so like I was like.
It felt like we
Like
were
this.
springing above the sea, like. And then there was this guy with a cowboy hat, yes.
Really going for it, Norwegian.
And they brought us to the back of the stage where they gave it a little push and said, now, showtime. And we were like, huh? And it was the festival full of people, Everything was there, the Hammond, everything was there. The microphone were on.
Wow.
I say, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Check.
Good night, we are the Cinelli. I was like, I had a crust of salt from the sea, my hair was like this, and I was like, hi, we are the Cinelli Brothers, and I started the first song, Everything worked.
Wow.
Yeah.
Without doing sound check and nothing.
No, it was brilliant. Not only that, but one of the guys actually, because we had a rental car and we left it on the cliff, and one of the guys from the speedboat jumped up and took the keys and said, "I'll bring you to the festival for you, no worries." I was like so stressed. I said, "I'm never gonna see this car ever again." But
Yeah.
2 minutes before, not even, no, like 30 seconds before showtime, we were on stage. Changed.
It happened many times.
Yeah.
But we never missed a gig.
Yeah.
Oh, we only...
Actually, we did once, but it was not entirely our fault. I mean,
Which one?
Cazorla the first time. There's a beautiful festival in Spain called Cazorla, and we were supposed to play there one night and then go to Sweden, I believe. Yes, but the flight from Sweden was departing at like 7 a.m. and the airport was 3 hours drive from the festival location in Spain. But they didn't tell us that we were on like at 3 a.m. or something like that. 4 a.m.
In Spain, they're crazy times. Like our gig was at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
So like you're at 4. At 4?
Of course, 4 a.m.
Yeah,
but
it's 4 a.m.
But they told me like 3 days before the show, or 4 days before the show, like looking at private plane, helicopters. I came out with the worst ideas ever. It didn't work out, so we missed it. But we played it this year, so very glad for that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so much to tell being on the road. I put down some notes for the past year because I thought it was exceptional. And it's all there. I have a memory of everything that happened because if you're careful, every night there is something to remember, something unique. And this can become anecdote, but we're not very good in remembering what's crazy. It feels like every day is happening something
Right.
Totally.
You guys are always on the move, always
Yes.
going different places.
Totally
and
crazy.
new experiences.
Yes, totally crazy, you know. Every day there's something that is like, wow. And we just got the hard skin on this. Seems like the tough skin because every time that happens something, it's like, yeah, sure, like whatever, you know. And if you think about it, this is mental, you know.
You remember that night on the bus? We took a bus from somewhere to somewhere else overnight to make it to the airport that day. But we were like from Helsinki to somewhere, I don't remember. And we were so tired. And JJ snorts so loud that the whole bus could hear. Like it was, you know, like we had some crazy things happening.
So what's next for you guys? Working on anything? What's next?
We always work on multiple things. We are very active and we always trying to do a good, be in tour in shape. So we work on ourselves also, you know. Trying to be steady in this life for many years. You see what I mean? It's not something to be taken
Lightly.
Yeah.
Well,
for granted.
It's your job.
I mean, it's all little balances, mental and the body.
You don't sleep much, so sometimes you're a bit on edge. You don't eat all the time regularly, you know, like.
We work on the band growth in any aspects. We work on new songs. We work on ourselves as musicians and performers. And we have goals, man, like everybody else. Yeah, we just. Our goal once was to perform as often as we could. Once we did 250 gigs in 1 year. I said, okay, we can all over the place. We can do like our dream now is just to have a great fan base that, you know, play big festivals and I don't know, make our music worldwide.
Composition is always a constant into this, you know. We always aim to compose the next song, you know, like the next thing. Yeah.
Become terribly rich and throw a Rolls Royce into a swimming pool like Keith Moon.
Yes, I'm really looking forward to that
stuff
day.
Like that. Like who else? You know? Yeah. What's your dream?
My dream?
Yes.
Oh man, you guys are putting me on the spot. You're turning the tables
What
on
is
me
yeah.
right
Tell
now.
us your dream.
My dream would actually be starting up a music festival.
Oh wow!
So-
Okay.
What's the capacity of your ideal festival, like in its prime?
In its prime, I don't know, maybe 10,000?
10,000.
At least.
It's a great
I mean,
number.
it would be for blues rock, so it's probably somewhat of a ceiling.
How many stages?
You'd have multiple stages for sure. I think you'd probably have maybe 3 or 4 stages. And then it would also be, not only would it be a festival, but it would be live streamed as well. And so it would be an online event as well as an in-person event. And then in between sets, we would have, on the stream, we would have interviews kind of like this with the artists at the festival. So that
really
would be
artist oriented, like really a full experience between like music and interviews.
Yeah. So it would be kind of like an all-day thing, probably like a weekend type deal.
What about hot belly dancers?
Throw them in there too.
I'll come to your festival then.
Yeah. So
Great stuff.
Yeah.
How would you call it?
it would be Blues Rock Fest.
Yeah, and the place where you're doing it.
Brought to you by Blues Rock Review.
Yes.
There you go. You listen to this guy? Do something.
Yeah.
All the partnerships and...
So if you guys
fun.
want to like throw some money our way,
Yes,
Yes,
fund
yes.
this.
Yes. See the
We're
link.
looking for
PayPal is
investors.
See the link here?
yes. Yeah.
Click the link below.
Yes.
Well, guys, this has been really enjoyable. I really enjoyed this conversation, talking to you guys, coming away from London. So appreciate you guys coming to the U.S. Obviously, you're playing a couple other gigs while you're in the United States. The Cinelli Brothers, go check them out. This is the Blues Rock Show. We'll see you on the next one.
Thank you so much.